Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Episode 6, Disco Saloon, Season 2. Fuck yeah, baby. Woo.
Let's get it.
I am J. Kingfisher Martin.
Yes, sir.
To my left, Bradley Passenger Pigeon Reed.
Oh, R.I.P.
I should say extinct birds this time, so rip. Rip
Class.
to you.
Mm-hmm.
To his left,
R.I.P.
Aaron Great Ock Reed.
GBNF.
Cooler.
GBNF.
And
We'll write a Facebook post later.
With the wee doves.
Callum Harambe and Callum Elephant Bird McFadgen. Aye.
I don't have an air acronym for that, but GBNF again.
Facebook post again.
Need dodos, but shout out dodos.
Do not say
Anyway.
pictures.
What did the elephant bird look like?
Oh, it's huge, man.
Was it big?
Aye.
But size of an elephant.
Well, nah, definitely
can't-
no, man.
you can't
But
even.
like huge, like big ostrich looking fucker.
Aye, I'll take that.
What were you, a passenger pigeon? They were kind of goated, man, but I think they just get fucking obliterated, like show fuck out, all that stuff.
They get hunted.
And then I actually don't know what happened to Great Auk, but they were basically penguins for the north. Like they hung about North America and that, but they were penguins. But
Really?
I think they must have just got like their beaks or their fucking fur or something must have just been used for something, just got obliterated.
Oh, so was that a man-made extinction?
Oh, must that? I mean,
Was mine a man-made extinction?
I mean, I would say every single animal that dies kind of is in a way.
In
like,
the past, like 10k a year, probably. Aye, defo.
Aye, like before that, it would be like like something like a fucking rock coming out of space. But
Big rock or a
anyway,
big fucking volcano.
let me stop talking about rocks and volcanoes and great oaks. Right, I'm slightly switching it up this week just because I'm quite interested to see what you are thinking about this. So
Right.
we'll try and go in an orderly queue, but we can. It's not going to happen. But we'll try it anyway. So I'm going to go for you first, and I'm
Right.
going to ask. By and you, I mean Aaron. Can I
Yeah.
just point the phone and say you? But
Hey, you.
and I'm going to ask you,
Hey,
if
you
you were to
guys.
truly describe yourself with a colour, like actually going a wee bit deep with it, what would you think?
A colour. So just for me and how I
Aye.
identify as myself.
Aye, and it can be positive and negative if that's how deep we want to go.
Aye, no, I'll be able to smash this. I think
there's potential heat here.
there is potential
heat
heat.
cooking.
There's plenty. Because I'm swaying towards something that's got a darkness to it, but it's got a bit. I think my initial judgment, purple. I think got to be like a dark purple. I think like that. Like so, it's like that kind of the Halloween-esque vibe. I feel like a Halloween type cunt.
Who did I ask about purple?
It was me because I didn't know what it
Aye,
was.
the Fiorentina
aye,
kits and
aye,
shit.
Fiorentina kits, aye.
But I because like anything yellow, green, mace greens anyway, even blues, they're all a bit too bright. I see myself as a lot more like a sad boy type cunt, and purple's a lot more. I'm not quite a goth. I'm not a goth.
No,
like so I'm not black. I'm not black.
You're exhibiting slight goth energy with Monster and sadness, but it might not be.
Culturally goth. Right?
Aye.
You're a guy that likes Fitbit, but we got vibes.
Aye.
It's like goth without the actual goth aesthetic.
Aye. I don't really have an aesthetic either. It's just like being like just a bit mopey kind of thing. But no, probably purple because purple's still got like it's still alright. Like purple's alright. Like it's no straight darkness. Like some things are cool that are purple, and purple has its moments. Like it has its moments.
It's definitely had its moments yesterday at some point.
Like it's been the main man at one point. Fucking, I'm sure that the Roman emperors used to wear purple cloaks. I think. I'm sure it was purple. I might have butchered that. Somebody fucking tell me if I did.
Somebody fact check me.
But no, purple probably aye. Because the thing I associate most with myself as an individual is like not just sadness but emotion. Just being like an emotionally driven person, and purple is probably the colour of that emotion. I think. Where it's like mostly dark but still like it's no straight black. Like I'm not staring off into the void every day. Just some days.
Aye.
Like that. So I think
And it's got a
purple.
touch of that sky, so it's like you're looking up to the sky.
Aye,
as well.
a wee bit, and like purple can be a bit wondrous as well. It definitely can. Like,
Aye.
Would it say magic or something?
Magical,
Aye, we were talking about that, so it's got all that kind of.
it's kind of got a
Mystery,
dreamy aspect as well. And
Aye.
if I'm anything other than emotional, it's a fucking dreamer. Fuck, I've had of late this past maybe week or something. I've been like, look, naughty heart, like take the fucking hingy here, right? But like quitting the social media, stopping the TikToks and that, and I had this big fucking like, I'm gonna really delve into my creativity and become who I am, and I'm actually just sitting like, I'm just a fucking fat cunt doing nothing, and I'm worse off than when I was doing my minute video every week. And I'm like, fuck's sake. But that's because I was dreaming about like this air version of me that never actually transpires. So that's kind of purple in and of itself.
Aye.
Purple's maybe the colour of saying you're going to do something, then going, no, actually, I like that better. I like hiding in my room like a fucking squirrel, man. Like, I'm a squirrel's nut, and it's hid up the tree, and that's me.
Ready for the hibernation period.
Aye, fucking right. I'm hibernating all 4 seasons, baby. Fucking right. Anyway, we can circle back to the social media thing at a later date, because it's weird. A mixed bag of emotions, but emotions nonetheless.
Aye.
So I'll go purple, and I'll pass it to Bradley for his colour.
Aye, go for
How
it.
about it?
Probably something, the colour that I would think I would describe myself, probably like bronze. Because, hear me out, right?
Right.
Cause my hair in that, right? But I've been like a third place person my entire life. I've never won anything.
You've just went
I've
second
never-
place to now, man. You've said second to now.
Aye, that's true.
By
Are you mean to tell me everything you did has been 2 cunts better than you? No chance.
like sports days and all that.
Bradley, shut the fuck up, man. The fuck up.
Do you know what? But bronze also has a bit of kind of woodiness about it.
Like a sturdiness.
Aye,
Well,
but
like
it's-
the bronze
aye.
age, that kind of thing. Like,
It'd
kinda,
be that kind of aye, but I guess with like a I don't know, like a bronze or like copper, it kind of shines a wee bit. Do you know what I mean? A kind of copper. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
It's kind of light in parts, but it's quite dark.
yours is kind of like his. It's like
Aye, it's
polish
like
and shite.
Aye, that's it.
Aye, I don't like that, man. That's
Bronze can also like a lot of copper can like represent like kind of hard working and do you know what I mean? Like something that can last for an age kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
I don't
They
mind
make
it, man.
they make a lot of like trophies and all that, with, like bronze and copper and stuff like that. So, and then it like I don't know.
So you're saying
so
you're
for you-
sturdy?
Aye, sturdy. That I'd say like you get like pennies and all that. They're kind of copper, aren't they? And I mean they have value, and it might be no much value, but if you've got enough pennies, you've got some value there. I don't mind being the change in folks' pockets. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
There's layers
So-
there.
There's, aye.
Kim,
There is.
I'm the change in
Pretty
the world.
deep.
You're the change in the world. Why I change?
The change.
The shite that everybody throws off in the charity fucking thing.
I'm loose change by Royal Blood. That's what I'm. Loose change.
I've only got one note to make, and it's I don't care if bronze is a colour, but
I did think that at first.
so brown, which
Aye,
I mean,
probably more brown. Aye.
but I swear doing brown's alright because it's jobby, but at the same time it's also trees
Aye.
and
Aye, nature,
earth,
innit?
that kind of thing.
Aye.
I think the sturdiness. But then what about your creative side? What in bronze is your creative or your...
Aye.
I guess to be kind of like in my head, I think like a bronze or like a copper or that kind of way.
Aye, copper.
It can have like a reflection on it that can have like a wee spark, like a wee bit of light off it. Do you know what I mean?
I can see it, man.
Aye.
Copper
Aye.
wires, I can
Copper-
see it, man.
Copper wires,
I'm
aye.
seeing it, man. I'm getting it.
It can refract light a wee bit in that. That would be my creative side,
Aye.
I think.
You also get that mad smell when you rub.
aye.
pennies and
Orange Smarties taste like pennies that have been in your horn for too long.
That's me.
That's you, man.
That's
They
me.
do.
Got a bit of a smell and a taste, but it's alright.
See, when you play FIFA, you're defo red.
I'm red,
You're red.
copper red.
That's why I think bronze is quite good for you, or brown's quite good for you, because it does have
Aye,
readiness.
'cause I'm not for rage like all
No,
the
you're
time.
not, no,
in
no.
small doses, I'd say. I wouldn't say I'm a very, very angry person, just in the right, in the right places.
brown man, don't joke.
Aye, but I take a brown. kind of brown. Maybe a light brown. I'll take a light brown.
Light brown.
Some no all darkness, because I don't think I'm more darkness. Do you know what I mean?
Aye, you're no shitting tarmac.
No.
Like you've been, you've definitely had a good meal the night before, and it's kind of there's light pastings.
It's a colourful brown. Do you know what I mean? There's a good colour to it. a Jack Daniels at night after Jack Daniels brown,
Aye.
like cider shites brown.
I've not seen a solid shit in years, man.
But how light you going? How light a brown do you want to be?
Don't know, like
We should have googled what type of woods there was, and then you could have
Aye.
picked one
You
like
could have been
oak
like
or
cedar.
sycamore.
No,
see,
pine.
if I go off like oak, I think is a bit lighter.
Maple.
Because I'm thinking out of Minecraft, they must do some research. There's dark oak, and then there's just oak, and that's the lighter one.
Aye.
So I'll go with some oak planks.
You're going for some oaky.
A wise old oak.
I'm a wise old oak plank.
Okay, dokie, Bradley.
Colour brown.
Okie dokie lemon choky.
Brown.
Okay.
Don't know about that.
Right. You, me,
You
me at 6.
You me at 6, right?
You.
me.
So you're no last in.
I know, that would actually been quite funny if you went last again.
Aye, because what's going to be funny is probably a joke of the week I will be last, so might as well get me in the new while I'm... Right. So this is a bit weird because it's a bit biased, right? Because this technically, I could argue this is my favourite colour, right? Grey.
See, I was kind of aye, but no, I'll go.
Because similar thing with him, whereas you can get like silver, which I can it's not technically grey, but like you get that kind of thing. So there's like a bit of there's something there to be worked with. But then again, I don't see myself as being like a kind of you got all that armour and chainmail and shit. I don't
You're
really.
not so much shiny, I don't think.
I don't see myself as that. So, but then grey. But I'm not talking a dark grey. I'm talking about a bit of beige. So it's like a mix
Aye,
between
right in the middle.
the white and black. And I don't know.
But then would you say you're in the middle guy? Like, are you just in the middle of things?
I wouldn't necessarily say so.
Because grey is like that. Grey is almost like kind of silver, which means you're trying to say you're better than Bradley.
I just one up. So I'm going to say gold next.
I'll go gold, right?
No, because I was trying to think of like, so I think silver can incorporate air things like blues and purples in it as well. Like you can get that kind of. It's not too like some greys, like heather grey, all that kind of stuff. Isn't it too far away for your blues and purples?
I think greys get like a baseline, because I think, see, if I think about how you think about yourself and how then you're interpreted by air folk run about, like you probably do come across a bit grey, and it's not because you are grey, but it's because like you sometimes present like the fucking like the skulking kind of like, no skulking, that's not the word, but kicking about, like zooming about, doing things, but you've got this internal world that's well different to how you present out with. So maybe you come, because to us you're no so much a grey.
Because there's 50 shades of grey, isn't there, according to the book? So, well, there's all these different.
What I'll say about grey is that like grey makes me think of like a jumper, like I see like a hoodie, and like a grey hoodie is what you need.
Cozy,
everyone needs like a grey hoodie.
There you go, man. I didn't even fucking think of that
So
one.
there you go. I think everyone needs like a J. You know what I mean?
Aye, like, because I didn't want to go for, because I don't, I know some folk and I'm like, they're definitely like an orange or something, red or something, and I was like, I don't think I'm all that, because it's quite fucking in your.
I think grey's got a wee bit fucking autistic coded as well. It's got a wee bit of that.
So views came full circle, and it might actually be grey. Like I could maybe.
I think grey. Aye, but
because
I don't think it sticks with one tone. I think it changes.
It needs to be a bit kind of
different tones of grey.
You've got quite a wild variety, and like, because see, if you're passionate about something and you're choking for it, like your energy towards that and the discussion could be like actual yellow, like it could be like fucking bright yellow,
code red.
But then like there'll be air stuff where like you'll be like, don't really like that, I'm going to take a grey stance, and you just kind of sit on the perimeter of
take
whatever. Aye, take a grey stance.
Take a grey shite.
So I could see.
Like a fucking squirrel,
I'd be
man.
concerned, man.
Like a cat.
I think grey's good, but
That grey thing you were talking about, but that is quite good, man. There's a lot of stuff in your house as well. Grey, like a silver cutlery and all that kind of stuff. Grey.
It kind of goes with everything as well. You can't really, unless you're wearing it with like grey trousers, it doesn't work in that way. So you kind of go with everybody and all. I mean,
Aye.
you can like adapt to the situation.
It was that link to like purple and blue. I was thinking, but then I don't know. But then it doesn't really get down to the orange and red. So
It's kind of like in the grey, isn't it?
well, that's it's kind of in the grey.
I think that is you, but you're just kind of in the grey. Do you know what I mean?
then you could also
You're not too opinionated, not
But
too
then
bad.
we sometimes say he's a bit grey.
Aye,
He is kinda
but
grey,
it's
but-
because he's more mystery. So
Aye.
like he could be more like we'll get there. But for you, I was gonna say like you've got the
He's a
capability.
mysterious grey where I'm a.
See like a U, but a U shape, a white on one side and then a black on
Aye,
there, and you do
swaying,
that, and
aye.
you, depending what you're talking about, you end up somewhere on that balance. Never hitting truly like full bleak, but never full optimism. So you're grey.
Aye,
You're
it's like a magnet.
Aye, or what's the fucking the balls that hit each other?
Newton's
Pendulum.
cradle.
Aye, Newton's cradle. That's what you're
With
like.
silver balls usually on them.
I sure
Aye.
balls swinging back and forth. Grey.
For the record, they don't have grey balls, but
No, yeah.
aye, I don't know. I
I've
might,
got some-
I might need to delve more into that, but
Aye,
because I
that
hadn't
could be
actually
cool.
thought about that until I asked myself there.
I'd like to know. No, in fact, I'm not even going to say that. I was going to say if any of the viewers have grey ball hairs, because I do.
That's
Me
that's
too.
an
It's a
thing about
genetic thing, I think.
Oh, is
that's
it?
an
Aye,
that's
grey
an thing
balls.
about grey. It's like aging.
Aye, that's true. That is
Also
true. Aye.
represents like old
Wisdom.
age wisdom, aye. So
Anyway, so maybe I've bigged myself up a wee bit when it looked as if I was kicking myself in the
Grey's
teeth at the start.
no bad.
No,
Grey's
it's
no
not.
bad.
I wonder how different this would be if the question was asked in peak summer. Because like I'm a different person in peak summer. I probably wouldn't be purple in
Aye,
peak
I
summer.
think mine
Aye.
might have been green or something.
I'd be
then.
like fucking what's they fucking called Hot Wheels red. Like that's like in
Like
summer.
Ferrari,
Or
like
if-
Chevy Ferrari.
Or if we had asked somebody else to say what they thought the colour was.
Aye.
Anyway,
I don't think that Aaron's a purple. I think Aaron's a dark blue.
Could be.
Like the sea. Kind of
Aye.
like the sea.
I could probably actually get with that.
But in the summer, it goes lighter and it's like light blue.
Aye, and then it's a light blue. That might be.
Because he's got the pure nice blue eyes.
Thank you.
But also like a pure, he is just pure sadness. But in the light, he's bright. Do you
I'm
know what I
like the one who
I
inside
want
out
to
the
see
blue
what
one.
he's going to say to it.
Aye.
And he, I mean Callum.
mean? Well, I came. I want to say Baba. You have to say first.
So I would I don't know. You've got me like thinking. I think maybe like see like a deep orange, see like a kind of sunset orange, right? So like it's on the edge. It's on the edge of like darkness, but it's being came through the light. But then it could also be like the morning orange, where it's came from the darkness going to the light. So there's that kind of feel. So I'm right on the edge of
Aye.
total meltdown, not coming out the meltdown. You know what I mean? But also I quite like providing warmth to the people around me as well, which is something
Orange
I
is
quite
aye,
like.
that's a good one for orange. That's a good answer.
So I like the comfort of orange, and I like the kind of romance of orange as well. But I feel like I'm right in the middle of the darkness and the light of the day.
I like
That is
answer.
actually funny because to me, this is going to sound awful weird, right? But that I mean this is a compliment. I don't know what this means, but kind of you were saying about the sunrise and the sunset. I think the best time to be with you is either early in the morning or at night, and I seem to spend most of my time with either one of the two of them. So. Can I mean, you're like a kind of like I feel like this and this is why I'm grey. If I seen you in if we met each other at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing here? we should be hiding like vampires."
The sun's out.
Aye.
I mean, I think
see that day, I can't remember, we were doing something, but and the sun was actually beating down. I'm like, what are me and you doing out here? Like, what the fuck is going
when we
on?
went that walk up the concert roads,
And I'm
aye.
like, we're not built for this. We're built for sitting watching a film and it's like pitch black outside.
Aye. I think all,
So that's
all
why
us do.
that's why I think you use like a kind of nice.
Like some sort of
You're
nocturnal.
like a whiskey at the end of the night, like a kind of amber
see,
whiskey.
I've
Amber.
I'm never I'm never like the peak of the day. I'm never like the absolute darkness of the night. I just like to be on that nice little in between bit.
I would say that's probably a bit accurate actually, because even your energy wise it's never like bottom of the barrel and it's never the top. It is always a kind of nice halfway thing where you're bringing off a good vibes, but you're not bringing like frantic energy or that, like which I feel I do. Bradley defo does.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've had a few nights where I've been.
You've been.
I've been frantic boy.
You've been Mr. Hype.
I've been Harrison Ford and frantic, man. I've been going for it. But I've taken away from those days, man. I've learned from these days.
And the shadows and all that's kind of like an air one with you. Like,
we do say you give shadows, so
that's what I was going to say. Whatever the colour of a shadow is it always black? Is a shadow always? But they're different colours of black.
I think a shadow's actually not a colour. It's black or light.
But that would be his colour. It wouldn't be a colour. It would be the lack of light.
Like the thing that causes shadows could be the sun. So it makes sense.
Going after nice orange sun.
I mean, it's interesting if you were to like give each other like a colour.
Aye.
Because I don't know.
Aye, because I don't know about you, but
I'd probably give you like a kind of. I don't even know if you'd like this because you're a Mad Kelly fan. Like a kind of. Like a dark, majestic green.
Like that tap you're wearing.
Aye, kind of like this green. Aye, but it would be like a luminous and small dose. It'd be like an emerald green. That's what like Pokemon Emerald green.
See,
that's what I think, like kind of flickering in the light. I think that's what you'd give me.
That's what I go for.
Like the tap of a sim.
I was talking. I thought you meant more like I was getting forest green off him.
Forest green.
I was actually going to say as well mustard yellow maybe. But that might just because Fred Perry's get yellow going on. But the mustard yellow's kind of the same as what you said about the orange. It's not that far away if you've been like that kind of like
dusk and dawn.
Aye.
I just feel like the orange is like a wee bit more like depth to it than like a yellow. And yellow's a bit more kind of victorious, I think. You know what I mean? It kind of it has that like tap of the kind of.
Aye, that doesn't. A mustard yellow doesn't quite get into the depths of it.
Kim, it is funny, but see, I've met so many women / lassies in my life that are defo just pink. Like they are pink. But I think I've also met boys that are baby blue. Like that's like that'll just be like that's your kind of steady. Works a proper job. His mom still makes his dinners for him. He's got the bird.
He's like the kind of settled like at 25 set up for life type cunt. That's like your baby blue. Good family connections. Parents still together. Like that kind of like. Do you know that set up nice? A nice baby blue, and there's no like because you've got like a depth in there, like say like even if you were back at yours or fucking whatever, but there's like so like there's a depth there that's like excludes you from being anywhere near a baby blue. And then I'm too sad to be baby blue. In fact, fucking the three of us are too fucking. We're too fucked up to be baby blue, man.
Aye. But there is cunts that are baby blue and birds that are just pink, like they're just lassies, like do you know. And maybe I'm doing a gender fucking thing there, but like
maybe Is there I don't think I've ever met somebody but that's like all black or all white.
No, but I think there is.
So
because I've definitely met some like heavy goths, like and I mean it's like black is their everything, like that's the and then the stuff they like to do, the stuff they like to partake in is all black. Like it's
the negative.
Like see the cunts are into all the witchy shit and the moon, and then they only wear black and like all that. They're defo black. Like, and that doesn't need to be a negative because you'll get black where it's just. I wouldn't even say black's the depressed ones, but there's probably an air colour that symbolises depression better than black, I think. I don't know what colour, but.
Fuck knows, I don't know. But I
feel like there would be.
There was a book that somebody gave me.
Are you sorry you're a goth?
Sorry. That would be a funny book. It was called The Black Dog, and that's like a representation of depression. It's the black dog that follows you about, and the more you feed it, the bigger it gets, but the more you kind of let it do its own thing and run in the grass and go outside, and
it gets weird.
Aye.
It's like the depression kitty and fucking.
It's like the exact same thing, aye.
But so orange, a dark orange.
Nice. Like a starburst orange? No, they're quite light.
But I think more the sunset one.
Like see when the sun's just there, the ocean, and it's making everything orange.
You can actually look at the sun. You can look at
when you can see it, and it's got that good hue. Phillips hue bulb.
like wee bit past golden hour. You know how you get that golden hour around about like 5, 6 o'clock in the summer. Past that was a wee bit deeper.
Roll on this summer, man. Can't wait
Summer
to
is
feel
good.
good.
Aye, it's piss, innit, man.
It's fucking
I
shit.
did notice, but
January into February is
night, I
as
was outside my work, and it was, I think it was like 5 o'clock, and it was still kind of light, and I was like, "Oh, that's interesting."
Aye, it'll get there. It'll get there slowly but surely. And then we'll all fucking perk up, man.
I mean, it's February, so we'll like you're starting to kind of
It's
get
going to be
there.
interesting doing the podcast in the summer because obviously we've done it the entire winter, so it's definitely different vibes. You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
Might be late.
we might do it outside.
I could do
Aye,
it again or
aye.
something.
There is,
Class.
you like, cause you can do it in the grass out there.
Aye.
Well, like we could do an outside podcast because technically you would just need to set the camera out like that and
I
have these.
defo bring fags.
Aye.
Aye. Because you could just
Colour
take,
balls of Pacifico.
cause you could just take 4 deck chairs and have a wee table to sit that fucker on.
No, aye,
Aye,
100%.
literally.
We've already got 2, so we just need.
Wow, you'd be hella lean back.
Oh yes.
That'd be so good. But that's the opportunities that summer affords you. Whereas right now it's lockdown settings, but no actual lockdown, unfortunately,
It's
because I was at
raining like
least
mad.
didn't need to go to work when it was like that. Well, I did, but
Lockdown was wild, man.
I was going to ask you something else about colours there.
what's your perception of orange like? As in, like when you see it in real life?
I saw
Is it
something
alright?
I can see orange in
Aye.
there, so orange is alright. The orange, I'm okay with them.
Orange is
So
good.
right, so what do you think air folk would say you are, but
I've no idea.
you've no idea?
If you try and
Like a general-
I've never been someone to like put opinions of me in someone else's mouth, man. You have to just kind of get someone's opinion of you. Do you know what I mean?
But if you were to poll, do you think they would say that similar things about you?
Nah, I don't know. I think you really need to like, I don't know, be there, know me, kind of thing.
Because I think the funny thing is, so we've all said our colours. I think if you were to ask your families or like the top 20 folk that ken you that aren't us,
Aye.
they would probably say different. It would be different, man.
Probably lighter.
Because it'd be through,
Probably a lot
a
lighter.
different lens.
Aye.
Definitely, I don't know, except like because I tell a lot of folk like, and I'll speak on here about being like a pure sad cunt. No, but Mace folk don't actually know me as that. Like that's not what Mace folk know me as a kind of jokey type cunt.
Aye, so yours might be green or
Aye,
something.
like it'll be a lot brighter and more like they would describe me totally different to how I would describe myself. But that's like not by design, but that's how I like engage. I don't fucking like deliberately mope about all the time. Like that's just my internal version. So I guess that's probably what it is. Your internal thing would be quite different to how our folk would see
Because
it.
I think mine's, some folk would maybe say some kind of blue, and that's why I think I've said grey. So I've just dulled it right.
Aye.
I've kind of stamped on the blue a wee bit and made it into grey.
Aye.
I don't know why. I'm almost certain, but if you were to ask some of my family, they would say something about blue.
Aye, that would be more the angle. It definitely would be different, and I know for all yous it would be like a brighter thing anyway, like pretty much 100%. Because we're here and we're all like as a quartet, fucking pretty comfortable, just being like depression and fucking all that. Like we're quite comfortable doing that. So
just saying your shit.
aye, like we'll happily say that it's fucking pissing. I hate existing and I'm a skinned ape, right? Like we'll do all that, but like
That matters.
I'm no actual telling cunts at work that I'm a skinned ape. Like that we're all skinned apes and nothing matters.
I'm alright. Only to only to a select few, but
Maybe actually when I worked in like
Skinned ape.
like I used to work in social care and that, and at Defo, like when you would do handovers and that, and you would always have like an hour long chat, and because it's a serious work environment, the conversations would always be serious. So it was always about addiction, depression, fucking trauma. You were trauma in the fucking heat.
Aye.
Whereas now I get down, I do my fucking deliveries at the spa. If I'm in a good mood, I get and talk to cunts. If I'm not, I just fucking hide.
I think I usually, the only time I've said it to folk in work is if like something's happened and it's
And you're trying to like,
and I'm trying to like, let's think about this logically for a minute. Does any of this actually matter? Because if the answer's no, then because I'm trying to get that into my brain, but it's so hard because I'm not like that. But I just need to keep telling myself, listen,
aye.
at the end of the day, you can go out there and get scalped for a fucking bus. All that shit you've been worrying about all your life means fuck all now.
I find it I've found it recently harder to like just shake wee things. Like wee things will happen and I'll be like, fuck, that's ruined my day, and then I'll start going about my day as if it's like it's this boulder around my neck, and then like, but another day or like I'll sleep or whatever, and then I'll wake up and I'll be like, what the fuck was I even greeting about, man? What was I stressing about? Like, and I'll be able to get like shift that mindset. But in the summer, I can roll with it pretty well. Like, I can just be like, fuck it, skinned ape on a rock, flying through space. Who gives a fuck? But see, in the winter, it's hard to shake that off and just be like, it's much harder, I think, just because it's fucking dark, and I'm probably lacking in vitamin D or C or whatever the sun gives off.
Vitamin everything.
But the vitamins, baby, like I'm missing them out, man. I'm missing out on them. 100%.
That summer is going to hit completely fucking different, man. The sun hit my head there and I didn't know who I was, man.
It's so good, man. I mind when we stayed in Bamboo Road. I think we spoke about this before, but like sitting, obviously we said about the fags and that, but genuinely just opening a window and the sun beating in and just taking in some of that sun.
Oh, it was brilliant, man. That cold air, man.
Yes, man. No having to put your heating on. What's that like?
It's good, man.
What is that like?
When does it start getting better? Is it April?
April, March, and it's kind of Easter Sunday. I feel like it always starts to give you
because that's like cunts hit that pub on
April,
Easter
man.
Sunday. Roll on April.
I can't wait, man. I genuinely can't wait.
You're speaking about Easter Sunday. I'm reading the Bible, kidding on. But
I'll pay you.
no, but I was finding this YouTube video. I can't remember how long it is, but it goes through each of the fucking books. It is some riveting shit up in there, by the way.
The Bible's full of fucking mad stories, man.
Like, there's some,
quotables.
it actually makes me want to
ears.
dip into a bit of it, because it's honestly, there's some fucking wild shit
See, if you
going
get
down.
the Old Testament gear, that's the bushest kind of stories you get, man.
It's the apocryphal text for me, man. See the ones that like defo were part of the Bible, but the Catholic Church went, that's not getting included, because some of the shit that is in the apocryphal text.
It's ruined. Prince of Egypt's like one of my favourite films, if not the favourite film, and it's fucking ruined it for me, because see what happens after the events that are in Prince of Egypt. I mean, honestly,
crack it.
You're like fucked. Like, so in Prince of Egypt, Moses is a good guy and takes him to the Holy Land, milk and honey, all that good gear. I was about to say in the books. In the books
in
version,
the source
but
material.
in the source material. But right, he does that,
Yeah,
and then
many
he comes.
believe it is.
He comes down for the. So I'm pretty sure in the Bible they don't actually get to the land of milk and honey for like they don't just wander into this place. I'm talking like cunts actual drop and die before they actually get in here.
Before they get there.
And then there's all that stuff about Jesus comes down with the fucking Moses with the 10 Commandments, all that stuff, and like they're having to like sacrifice animals and people, and he starts going off his dish a bit, and they actually what ends up happening is, I'm sure, I can't remember if God tells him to do this or this ends up accidentally happening. There's like a wooden cow or wooden animal that they end up all fascinated by, and like they're saying, no, that's God. I don't know who you're talking about. It's fucked. Moses basically loses the plot, but in short, so
Aye, with the idol worshipping.
aye, so I'll need to so whenever I next watch Prince of Egypt, I just need to remember, listen, forget all that else.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely in that.
Do you know, actually, now that you've mentioned YouTube videos, let me just quickly fucking wet your ears a wee bit. I watched one when I was driving home for trapping the way and a half yesterday, and it was like, see how like there's studies, like folks study systems, like it can be systems of governance or like fucking financial systems or whatever. There's like a whole study fucking section of it, like cunts that dedicate their lives to how systems work and how they fall. But basically the video was like, all systems fall by one of the 7 sins. Like every time a system collapses, whether it's like a government or a financial thing or a like fucking, what was one of the examples was, what were the NFTs, like how they hanged. And it was like he was pointing out these, like there was one civilization, I can't remember where it was, but in China, and it was like the most prosperous China had ever been, like an ancient China, and fucking the emperor fucking fell for a bird And because he choked for her that hard, they basically just gave her like hundreds of money, gave her the family money and all that, and it led to an uprising, then like the worst time ever in China. And it was like, what's the lust? That's the sin.
Aye.
And then there was like, he had one for gluttony, and he had one for what's wrath, which is kind of like revenge. And he spoke about the French Revolution and how like they fell because it was like they were getting revenge, and then because they got revenge, and it was, and I was like, Ken,
Don't joke, man.
don't joke, man. The Bible was onto something.
Shout out David Fincher 7.
Aye, but it was all about like systems, so it was like on a huge scale, and he spoke a wee bit about the butterfly effect is when a system gets so complicated that any one thing collapsing can cause the rest of it to collapse.
Aye.
And you would never know it was going to collapse until you're already in it. Like, it kind of
So
like...
the Fallout Soviet Union.
Aye.
So,
Chernobyl was an example.
Day weekend, the 7 after tap your head. That's 8. I'm holding up, by the way.
Pride,
Yep.
Lust.
Aye.
Gluttony,
Pride, lust, gluttony, wrath, sloth.
sloth.
Aye.
I thought there was something about greed or something.
I agree.
That's
That's
gluttony. Oh,
No, the gluttony's to do
gluttony's
with
eating
food.
and
Oh, right,
Greed is the sixth one. And then I'm trying to think of the Muddles in 7.
Aye, I'm trying to think of
Right,
them.
so let's think of the Muddles was the big fat guy.
Yep.
There's the guy who's on the bed. That's Sloth, the
sloth.
pedo guy. There's the guy who has the knife dildo thing.
Who's that?
That's Lust. Then there's Pride, which is the woman that gets her face cut off.
Wrath's at the end.
Wrath is Brad Pitt one.
Who's the guy that they found lying in that room?
That's Greed. So we're just missing that last one.
What is the
Who
last
was
one?
Who was that one? There's
How can 4 guys not come up with the 7 sins?
and why is it
I bet it's the one that we're all committing all the time. I commit them all the time, man. Definitely. 100%.
I'm not looking it up, man. I'm going to get
No,
it.
we cannot.
I'm trying to think.
look
I'm
this
trying to
up.
think of the Muddles, man. But who are we missing
If
with
you've
Muddles?
If you've not seen 7,
Aye, if you've not seen 7, aye.
watch it.
Fucking right.
What Muddle are we missing, man? That's fucked.
There's been a murder.
That's fucked.
Don't know.
I watched it like not that long ago. Either.
Well, I mean, the other murder no the spoiler, but
Aye, because that's what I was thinking. And then it goes to that because of that. There's like 2
so
in the
he
last.
commits one to get
Aye,
the
to get
wrath.
their one.
because is it no something like it's no adultery and it's no like infant?
No.
It's something. I thought it was something to do with that, but
Sloth, greed, gluttony, wrath, lust.
Just search it.
Is it not? Is war one? No.
No.
Nah, because that would then just be wrath, wouldn't it?
I thought it was something to do with some sort of indecency or like unholy in yourself.
Envy. He commits envy
Jealousy.
to
Aye,
get wrath because he's like, oh, he's so happy with your wife and all that shit.
aye, envy would be right.
Telling you, man, watch 7.
And 7 is
man.
good.
Systems
David
fail.
How did we not get envy?
Aye, that's underlying.
They fail due to envy when you take your eye off what you're actually doing and focus on fucking somebody else. You don't attribute the resources that you have towards yourself, you do it towards fucking
Can you
somebody
might
else.
need to link me this video, man?
That's
I was
quite
quite
cool.
cool. It's a cool way to describe that.
I had never like I'd seen videos previously about like the study of systems because it's a kind of weird thing because you don't think like we just exist, right? We just go through our lives, right? We take part in so many systems all the time. Like this is a system, a closed system.
Media.
One of us could do
systems.
something, right? Like one of us could say something that offended their ones that could have a chain reaction. This doesn't happen anymore. We fall out, our system collapses. And it could be off one stupid comment, like, or it could be something different. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
This is a system. Your family's a system. When you go to work, it's a system. If a manager fucking gets jealous of the pretty young lassie at work and then fucking scorns her for something, then she gets sacked. Then the place fucking collapses because they've not actually got a good manager. Like that's
Aye.
all systems.
I think that's why a lot of folk are just like, we must live in some sort of fucking matrix because everything is just like.
Aye, it's all like an organisation of people to fucking
Aye.
benefit typically the fucking whole, but that's where like systems then when they exploit stuff, because a lot of systems are built to exploit the folk at the bottom of the system, and then that leads to revolution.
Ken, wow. this podcast has got after a bit of a fucking.
It's a little bit of.
It's because we're mid-season, man. Mid-season cook, you know.
Aye.
Therefore.
Aye, and it's that kind of fucking. We're on there. We're trying to get on the ascendancy a wee bit to get.
To get to that end fucking point, we had it fucking break. Because we'll be bringing 10s at the end, man.
What are you saying then, Breck? Joke of the week.
Aye, we'll wrap there.
Right. I honestly don't know what to say to you if you're listening to me there now, because you've made it through. You're probably sitting there in turmoil, man. Like, what am I even like? What am I meant to do? But we're going to take a little break. Give that brain a little rest, man.
Defos.
This is your cue to stand up, and if you're driving a car, well, don't stand up. But
please don't.
please, for the love of God, do not stand up right now.
Within your system, right?
Aye.
Right.
Think about that for a second. Let that fester a little. Let that uncle fester a little, like Adam's family. Right.
Right.
Back.
Right.
Much love.
Screw. Fireball. Do. Right. Welcome back, part 2 of episode 6 of Disco Saloon, season 2. Don't forget that bit, it's very important.
It's very, very important.
Right, so we're going to do joke of the week. I think, aye, we are.
Aye, we are, aye.
But we're all over the place, so.
Other way.
So we'll go. I mean, I'm still debating my 2, so I'm gonna send it over to. Oh wait, who was last time? Did we know?
Oh, I know what I'm going to do.
You want to go first?
I'll
Then?
go first.
when you go,
right,
then.
fuck it. So, just for anybody that's wondering why that was a bit of a hangy, that I literally just come up with this the new there. So if it's shite, it's shite. Mine. So I was just thinking, because I was thinking, right, I done a film last week. I was going to do a film again. And I was like, I can't do a fucking film again. Doesn't matter how much I choke. Technically could, because it's your fucking podcast. I can do what I like. But I'm going to do soba noodles. Right.
Wow.
No, for anybody that isn't well versed in their fucking instant ramen, this is for me the goat of the cheap noodles, like the actual.
They are good.
Like mind during lockdown, that was one of the.
I was just thinking that as soon as we were on them. Oh
like
wow,
we
man.
had a big issue with them. So doing
The
it.
big issue. Get it here. Soba noodles.
At my work, they're 150, so they are like the pot's not huge and it doesn't last very long. But I got a 20% discount, so £1.20 for a soba noodle, and I'm telling you, right. So there's a couple of things that I really choke about the noodles. So the first is that the pot that it comes in has a lid, which then has holes in the lid. So you put the water in, and then you put the lid on, and then after 3 minutes you just pour the water out the holes. So it's not like a pot noodle where it's all fucking liquidy. The noodles are dry when you put the sauce in. You get the sauce in a separate sachet, which is peak, and it's an actual sauce, like rather than like a powder thing or whatever. And the veg that's on it is like separate for the noodle block. So I just take the noodle block out and pour the veg in the bin.
That's crack.
Aye. It's because see when I eat a pot noodle, I've got to go with the fork and fucking put the water in, and then all the veg floats to the top, and then I've got to pick each individual bit of veg out.
Or you can eat the veg.
Fuck that.
Chemist's mental about that. I'm almost certain that veg in the soba noodles is like fake. Like
It won't even be real veg.
it's like freeze dried.
I've left it in before, and it's not that I can't eat it. Like I
think we all like the same one and all.
the red one,
Oh no, we
Blue
don't.
one?
The blue one.
the yakitori chicken.
Yakitori chicken.
The red one, the chili one's my favourite.
Wow.
Fucks my ass a wee bit, but it's so fucking good, man. Like I've never the sauce that's in it when it coats the noodles and they're kind of dry. Like it's just right. But the yakitori chicken one, I had it, and I tried to leave as much. There's like wee square blocks
They're the best bits.
No, I try and leave them in.
Oh, right.
I try and,
right,
so
aye.
like, so I try and scoop the veg out, but then leave. So what I had today was take the noodle block out and then pour it into the lid, and then like with my finger press on the wee white bits, see like the cubes, to try and get the cubes back in, so that I had the cubes in but no the veg. And then I put, but the yakitori chicken one is it's got like this smoky fucking setting. They are so good, but like, and you got a bigger one, but then I was put off because back in the day, maybe like a year ago, I learned that like a pot noodle and the big pot noodle, a king,
the same thing.
it's the same amount of
size,
noodles. You just get more fucking juice,
More
I
air.
suppose. You get extra air, more plastic,
More room.
air room, more room.
I mean, I guess maybe you could look at it if you were going to
Put
dip
me water.
bread in it, you would.
Aye, if you were going for that kind of setting,
Put
but
that bread in your pot noodle.
No, but Kieran Lee put me on to it and it changed my life almost.
he enjoys
Because I never eat any of that ever.
What, the instant shit.
I'll have instant noodles once a year, maybe.
I don't any, mate. I used to hang it, but
But see, when Kieran Lee told me about that, I can't remember. I wish I could remember what one he told me to get. It might have been like a beef pot noodle or something. I can't remember, but he told me one specific one to get, and I done it. And I was like, "Holy fuck, he's on to something."
I
there.
can
he
imagine
is.
because it's like a soup almost with a pot noodle. But I love the soba. I like it because it's no like that. Like it's no like a water thing. It's like it's just the noodles with like the sauce, which goes almost dry when it's all spread a bit. It is so fucking good. It's probably my current thing that I'm just picking up. Like, do not like, because I just eat the same shit for like 3 weeks and then I find something else and then I eat it. Pizza's normally the one, but I'll do that as well. So soba noodles are
I can't
my
remember
fucking
what
choke.
colour of the bulldog ones it is, but one of the colours of the bulldog ones, I think it might be. I think it
They're
might
so
be.
cracked.
I think it might be the black ones. One of the colours, but I've never ate anything else that does this type of spice to me. So I like spicy food, right?
Aye.
It'll normally do your throat or your tongue, or you might get things that tickle your lips a bit,
I
right?
think that's the only sober one I've had. I think that's the only one you're talking about.
That
They're bulldogs
Aye,
he's
they're
talking about. See,
bulldogs.
the really strong ones.
the one that's got like the
right,
right, the
okay.
kind of it's got like the
The ones that I've got a video out on my TikTok cunts for doing challenges and that.
anyway.
Okay.
they're hot.
If it's the black one I'm thinking of, right, I ate half a packet and my full actual lips, like including underneath my mustache, was fucked. And I don't mean like I love spicy food and I'll take it to ridiculous levels, but this was like I couldn't talk right now. That's I was like I can't take that, man. I was still eating even though it was fucking me, and I was like, honestly, for an hour or two after, my lips were fucked.
The bulldog ones are fucked, man.
I think that's why folk do it, but
Is it the black ones? I can't
The
remember.
black ones are like the extra strong, I think.
I'm sure me and Aaron,
The taste levels were incredible,
we
but
had a conversation once about why the fuck the folk eat spicy food, because you're basically just giving yourself pain. Like that is what it is. But it's because, see if you think about it, when you eat something, it gives you like a sensation of some sort, and pain is a sensation. So folk like feeling something. It makes you feel something. A lot of foods don't make you feel anything. So
Aye.
they also have mad taste spice.
The carbonara bulldog one's good enough.
They are
It's
right,
weird
they're
'cause
right.
it tastes like creamy and one tap, and then it's like the next tap you're like, fuck, that's hot. Like it's like they've still got a heat.
I'll need to ask Ailey, but we've been to like Asian supermarkets before and bought random ones, and there is actual too many out there. Like there's actually like
There's
so
about
many.
30 options in the Spar, the local Spar. There's like 30 options. Never mind a big shop. Like it's mental, but it's because they're obviously cheap to make, cheap to buy, cheap to make in the house. Like they're no fucking hingy. But the soba ones are my choke because I was struggling for something. And I was thinking, what's in that cupboard, man? And know that there's a soba in the cupboard now. I wish there was because I'd be having it. But I did actually have one at 2 a.m. the other night, and I wish I didn't, man.
Wow, man.
Because I woke up at like 5 in the morning, like, oh, I feel like ass. So I shouldn't have done that, but I did it anyway. Gonna do it anyway. Gonna do it anyway.
I tried the yellow soba once and it was alright, but the blue.
Yellow's classic,
Aye,
innit? So
sorry.
classic.
Aye, it kind
mate.
of tastes like the red one, but just no
Aye.
hot, really.
See that blue one, man.
You need to get on it, man. And then what's their one's teriyaki or something? Teriyaki. There's a brun one I saw as well, which is a Japanese curry or something. So it is.
Wow, that could maybe be alright.
Quite good.
I'm sure that's what it was. I saw it in wee Teskies at the top of the tune.
Man.
Aye. A brun one, no in the spa. They've only got the 4.
Only the 4 colours.
Anyway, I'll pass her to Callum for his joke of the week. Yes.
My joke of the week is just essentially when you go to like a random party, like what we did on Saturday night for your beloved mother.
Yep, Julie's 50th.
Julie's 50th.
So when you go
Fucking right.
and there's just like there's old guys there, old guys that smoke fags, and you go outside and you just start chatting to them,
It's big.
and they give you the most insane fucking stories, man. So there was 2 on particular on Saturday. So this is like in general, not these 2 in specific.
Yeah.
But my joke is like this vibe in
Aye,
general.
that's aye.
But I was talking to your stepfather.
Aye, stepdad
Stepdad.
square. Aye.
And he was just telling me about his like motorcycle trip. I think I asked him how he was getting on, and he just started telling me about the time he like cycled to what's that area called, the bit next to Andalusia. The time he motorbiked all the way to Andalusia.
He screamed.
got stuck in a ferry. There was like stormy weather or something in the ferry over or something like that. Aye, class. And then there was another guy that me and Bradley were speaking to. This guy with this insane, beautiful, luscious, long hair tied back in a
It
ponytail.
was so long and white.
George. His name
Aye.
was George.
Big George, man.
Some guy.
He
Big
had this
Gio.
beautiful beard, also well groomed, didn't he? He's
Aye.
fucking nuts, man. Just telling us about how he had a printing business and how he used to like develop photographs, and he was like,
That's
the
mental,
joke-
man.
like a-
Aye, he was
like a
telling us
pure-
all about how we done it and how they used to have
Can
4
I-
parts to
like a
make
pure
colour
artist.
and all that.
I want to add into that as well. So I had also went out the building at this time to get a shot of my vape, and I saw the guys standing talking, and I stood away because I was sober, so I wasn't really looking for the kind of chats at that point. So I stood away, but I was watching, and Bradley fucking was like, right, I'm just going to jump back in the new. And the cunt with the long hair looked at Bradley, looked at McKeff, and then I think he looked back up and went, "He's wanting a fag, boys." And Bradley stood there and I saw the cogs go on the seat. He was like, let's just have a fag.
Can I tell you my thoughts in this exact
in
moment?
that moment,
Right. So
Too funny.
So the first thing was the guy had already asked me, right, do you want to smoke a fag? And I said no. But he pooed out his fag packet, and it was a kind of like a polite no. But he pooed out his fag packet, and this was the 2 things going through my head. Right, he's already off it. He's pooed his fag packet. I noticed that the fag packet was Manchester Reds, which I'd never tried before. Right?
He also did the one fag sticking out as well.
Aye, one fag stick, and I was like, "This guy's cold, man."
He hooked you up, man.
And it was also, there was a look in his eye, like, this is how old men like say, "Please, mate, just give me another 5 minutes of your time."
Civilizations
I
were
like this.
built on this.
This
man.
is how civilization was built. Aye, and it was like, it would be so rude for me to say no. It's like saying no to like your
A cup of tea.
grandmate. A cup of tea.
Aye.
It's the exact same thing, man.
It's like she is longing to give you
Aye.
that cup of tea. That guy was ganting for you to have one of his fags.
Just desperate to tell us about his destroyed life.
Aye, he did. He kind of did. George, man, but some
Because he was
guy.
like, business went out. The wife left me. She loves because it's because I said I come for Goston. He was like, my wife stays in my ex-wife stays in Goston with the wedding.
It kind of,
Don't see them.
It kind of went a bit south.
He was dizzy, all.
But we did bring it back. We acknowledged how
He's
we
so good, man.
appreciated his chat and his knowledge of this printing business. Like, he was getting into proper details, talking about numbers and types of cameras and
the 4 different
types of
colours, like,
film.
talking about magenta and all that.
I'll no speak for McKeff, but I think I can why you choke for it, and I can defo why I choke for it. Is because that is defo a reflection of what is to come.
Aye, that's us.
I'm that guy. Defo.
I can't wait to be in the corner of a room, just a wee guy come up to me and go, "Do you like the Kelly son?" And he goes, "Aye, good boy." Shake his on, that's it.
I'm telling
Can't wait, man.
Like, you're describing this guy, and I'm like, Ken, I'm telling you, it is going to happen.
But
I think
Give me
sometimes
some
I'm that
years.
guy. I think sometimes
we're
I can be.
old souls in a way. Do you know what I mean?
I've been
in
that
a
guy.
way.
I know.
I'm telling you, like, I'm telling you, there's something in that where I'm like, holy fuck, it's coming, man.
Outside a fucking nightclub and you're still smoking a fag yourself, somebody's just like lingering about like fucking, oh, you want a fag, mate? Fucking starting to keep me company.
But didn't they say the reason he came here was because we just went out for a fag and it said, aye, boys, do you use bowl? And we went,
Oh,
no,
that's-
no, really.
that's
And he said,
right,
aye,
aye.
we're looking for younger boys to play the bowls. And then we started talking about how we should join the club, and then
Aye,
it led to this
That's
conversation.
100% true.
That is up there with one of the best to play, because then you would always be around the old guys.
that would be
It's just like
unreal.
darts. You go and play and then you go to the pub, or you go to the clubhouse.
Aye,
I
would
was
be
aye,
unreal.
so the guy, they were so sound. Like the guy was so sound, man.
See,
And I
honestly,
actually was like,
he did
Ken,
sell me it. He
what?
totally sold
It
me
was
it.
like, aye, it's a sport that doesn't get enough praise, and you're like, mate, I could be there.
I'm telling
I
you,
could be doing there on
see
a
if I
Sunday
work- see
morning.
if I worked a Monday to Friday, that's the kind of shit I would love
Saturday-
to fucking
Saturday
get up
morning.
to.
See a wee Sunday tourney out in the sunshine. Wow, that'd be
Aye.
incredible.
Oh man,
Just hit the bowls, man. Like some cheap drinks, just
Can
via
balls
balls.
be our choke of the week
What
collectively?
did we ask him? We asked him. We said, "Oh,
Bowls?
I asked him, "Can you
Bowls?
drink? Can you drink while you do the bowls?" And he said, "Oh, see when you get in our clubhouse run and you're playing them. Oh, aye, you put some by aye."
He was like, "I when you see," he said away days. See on away days. He was like, "I see on away
love
days,
it,
man.
man.
Just get utterly,
Honestly, man.
tagged up.
I love it, man.
So good, so
It's
good."
mental, man.
He was class because he said he'd all been bowling for about like 10 months or something, so he was still fresh to the game. and he's still recruiting, so he's got the choke.
Well, I can give it a right. See if you start now, by the time you're 60, you'll
Oh,
be
you
fucking
should be the goat,
incredible.
man.
Oh, aye, Ken, fuck. I might join up, man. Apparently it's a $5 to join. So my cousin's husband joined about 10 different bowling clubs, so he can go in and use the membership to get the free drink and all that.
Get a drink? Aye.
So you can go watch the football.
You
By the way,
Aye, the
Aye.
Fitbit.
And do you ever touch that grass? That grass is
Oh,
cracking,
I
man.
was eyeballing it, man, the
See
full time.
the tap bowling club in Goston, we guys did break in one night and played like a five-a-sides on it. Could you imagine passing a ball in that green? Oh my god, man! There wouldn't be a single bobble.
Aye. I'm sure I was at some sort of party one night and I seen it and nobody was out and I was out smoking a fag and I was like, I need to touch that.
Aye, I
needs
can't
to
touch the
happen. I
grass.
need
And I like rubbed my horn on it a wee bit and like touched my foot on it a wee bit and I was like, that's crack it, man. But let me not get into both of them now for touching grass. But
Aye, Ken,
unbelievable, man.
I might join the fucking Bulls, man.
Aye.
I think honestly,
do you know
I
what?
work
Something?
every
See if
Saturday,
this
Sunday, so-
podcast fails, man, that may be the next venture for
Aye.
us.
We're going to try
Aye,
to
just become
make
a
the
Bulls
most
team.
cracked Bulls team. Aye, like the most cracked ones.
How many folk do you play? Do you do doubles? And
You can do doubles and that's it, man. But aye.
can you
I'm
maybe?
into
I thought you
doubles.
could do three. I thought you could do the trips.
The probably is. The probably is.
Raps.
We did a quad.
See if we went, but we would be like fucking brain rot.
Aye, we would
Trips.
be. Aye,
I
we'd be-
reckon
we'd
the
be
old
brain rot.
boys would fucking love it. I mean,
Aye.
They trope for. They were letting young men
so
about, man.
Can you buy your own? So can you would like have your own darts?
Aye, do you buy your own? I think you
Aye.
aye, well,
Aye,
Where the
like-
fuck do
like-
you get them for? But
do. Keep your balls in a bag.
You're in what? Oh, you
Your
take your own
balls.
balls?
No, that's what
Aye.
they're saying, do you? Drink
aye,
a bag.
don't know,
aye, you know
actually.
you do. You do.
you
I'm
must do.
Aye. Invest
Where
in a
the
nice
fuck-
set of balls.
It'll need to be of like
I-
it must meet the requirements of being a certain bowl, but because obviously you
Aye.
can't get smaller bowls in the other pie than the
Aye.
other guy.
Do you
So-
polish your balls?
Aye.
See how you polish a
That's what
bowling
they-
ball?
That's what you do when you
So it's
retire, man.
back?
You play bowls and you go home and retire.
Polish them.
Polish your
Polish your
balls.
bowls.
Polish it
Smoke
off.
bags, fucking move,
I was
polishing
going to
balls.
ask, what is bowls like the same as curling? Is that bit it's no
It's-
nice?
aye, pretty much.
It's like
aye.
there's a ball
It's the same.
ball
It's
in
the
the
same
middle.
thing.
Aye.
You roll your ball and you're trying to get it till it touch it, but then
Curling's
can
got
also
the
always-
like target though. Bowls I don't think has the
I
target.
just got a ball.
It's the white ball. aye.
Like you throw the oh what's it called again? It's got a name, the wee ball. You throw the ball first, and then you just try and get it like so you throw that in the air, and then you roll the balls to it.
Right.
Aye,
and
and
you're
you can-
trying to get it as close as possible, but you can knock somebody
knock
else's
somebody
ball.
else's ball.
Aye.
I think I could fuck with that.
Imagine watching that but in slow motion.
I think I could.
Like it's the fucking the Glenfield Cup, man, and you're actual one ball away from winning, man. Unlimited drinks for the rest of the night. Mate, I could be there, 26. I could be there.
No, we could maybe finally actually
Maybe I
win a
could be good
trophy
at something,
for the
aye.
first time in our lives.
But no, you can
So I've got
these. But see
zero.
these old boys. See when you watch them do it, they have the technique where they get down. Their knees are like touching the ground, and they're
Is
like
that?
proper like down
Aye,
with the
yeah.
smoothest like
Do you think we could
fucking
go in and
throw.
Happy Gilmore that fuck shit, man, and just like
That's the
Aye,
thing,
man.
because like we would have that young guy energy. We would be like fucking trying to whip it and all that, and it would just go
Aye.
fleeing. It would be- it would be
the
the
old
party,
timers
man.
would show us up. I think.
Aye, they
Aye,
can.
100%.
They've
They've
got
When you
the
smoke
touch.
fag on the grass, that's
They've
what I
got,
like,
they've
eh?
got,
Smoke
patience,
fag
they've
on
got
the grass.
patience, they've got style, man. They have
No,
the
but,
technique.
you definitely wouldn't be lonely for us now.
No,
They
'cause,
play
I mean,
some
they've
man.
got,
That's
they've
why
got smoking areas like full, and it had a bench and like a hut and that.
That guy must have been on holiday, but because the Manchester Reds were the Manchester Red packet. It
Without the
aye, it was like it was old school. It was
Aye.
maybe he's just got a big fucking. Maybe get some delivered.
Don't want to bust MD's bubble, but did we set a timer for this?
Aye, I've got one.
Good shit.
Good
Because I
shit.
just realised we're still only on the first joke.
Second.
Why are we in the second one? All right, there we go, man. We're fleeing.
Aye. We're grand.
But I reckon Bulls, man. I don't get what's the Bulls is mad, but because there's a fucking bowling green in every wee town.
Everywhere.
Aye,
Oh,
aye,
doesn't matter where you
there's
go.
literally there's one throwing distance for pretty much most gaffs.
Aye.
It's wild.
At least in Ayrshire, I don't know what it's like everywhere
That's
else, but
fucked, man.
Bulls is everywhere here.
Aye.
Like, I think if you searched it, there would be like 5
Aye.
in every like 3 mile vicinity or something. Like,
See, there's the Fulton one right there. You've got the Crossers one.
Aye,
There's
Crossers
there's the
one.
Knock and Tiba one as well, isn't there?
Aye, there'll be one in
I
Comores,
think
I
there
think.
might be.
Oh, aye,
don't know.
I'm
There's
pretty,
one
I'm
in
pretty
every
sure
pair
there's,
of the
I'm pretty
valves,
sure
eh?
there's one Knock and Tiba. I'm pretty sure I passed it.
Don't know, man.
Probably one in
Must be, man.
Springside's got a bowling club, I think.
They're always fucking.
I know Springside does have one.
I don't think. No, I don't think.
Gosson has two. Gosson
Aye.
has two bowling greens.
I don't think T-Bird does.
No.
Because they all used to go to the Crusoe one.
Did they?
Oh,
Unless it's
maybe.
been- unless
I think
it's made recent,
it's,
but
it's eyes hidden, but like bowling greens usually are
The
hidden.
Ivers are just kind
Um,
of somewhere, aren't they?
Aye.
Comores must have one. There's one at the K Park.
Aye.
Aye, there'll be a couple dotted.
I think
about
that
the
Cape
town.
Up one shut, but I think they've closed it. I think
Is
they're
it?
gonna
There
get
was
rid of
One in
Fools.
Rickerton. I know, definitely.
Aye,
There
there's-
was one in the Howard Park that got shut. There's one next to Rugby Park as well.
Aye, that was
There's one in Belfield or Rickerton doing.
Been to a pit
Belford
at that
Estate.
one.
There's one, aye.
Ken what kind of facilities, but like they've got that nice grass,
See
and then
that-
they've got cheap drinks,
that
37
35
I'm
million,
telling
aye.
you,
The
know,
building's
see
always weird inside as well, which makes it even
the
class.
buildings are always kind of nice, aren't they?
I know they're
A wee
really
bit
funky.
old, but- Mhm.
Aye,
I'm telling you, see that one that's next to Rugby Park.
aye, peak.
Wow.
That's the goated ones. I know it's massive and
I was
all.
touching. There's some nice grass in
Imagine
there.
an away day there, man, smashing pints, rolling balls. We might need to, but
Aye, we might need to just turn
smashing
up.
these South Hamilton Street bastards.
I think it's genuinely like a fiver to join, man. Fucking, I don't know. maybe
would you
Crossers
join and
Ball
just
Club.
turn up for a fucking like? You would just register for a tourney or whatever? Or,
They'll probably want you to like. They'll probably do a hazing period to make
Aye,
sure
but
you're
you've
not just here to be
got-
at it.
Aye, see that's the thing.
you're not going to get. See, if you could do like local. I mind my auntie and like her ex-husband, who were like cousins, Monda. They were like bowling club regulars, so were like the our uncle, I suppose. Whatever. There was like in our family there was a set, and they would go every Sunday, and I would roll back at like 5 in the day,
Red
smash,
face,
red face,
pints
and
being tanned
get
to
a
the back
Chinese
teeth.
and keep drinking all night.
What I was going to say is even if you don't actively seek it out, it might catch up with you at some point. You just end up there.
Aye, defo. Fucking right. It's either that or a darts team. I wouldn't mind a darts team. See if my weekends weren't as like felt
That's
so
my.
fully booked.
I work every weekend, so I'm like, and I would like to do that.
Aye, like see, just as like a wee culture thing for 6 months.
Going down the
Oh, aye.
Aye.
going down flinging the bills, man.
The
aye.
barrels, the barrels.
The darts team, man, that would be too intense, but because boys would be taking that too serious. I
Aye,
think.
darts would be, but I could scalp them on the doubles,
I
man.
kind of like that intensity, man. I want to psychologically harm people, man.
Wow, Jesus Christ.
Neighbour.
Kidding on, I'm just gonna have to like watching the darts, man. Because getting the darts, man. Wow.
That's
But
too
that's what I was going to say as well about them, but I swear there's Ivy's funerals or something going on at them. the bowling
club.
club.
That's what keeps them going on it, man.
Aye.
Do you think bowling is the natural progression on for after, like, either you can't afford to play golf, or you just can't really play golf, or you're like, I cannot fucking walk that far now.
It might be like it's like so you transition for whatever your base sport is, so football, rugby, whatever, and then it's you get to a certain, because it happens all the time. I see it, and there's boys our age that have already transitioned into it. But I can tell you, at least half our group chat by the time they're 40, and there's like 14 in our group chat or however many, we'll be playing golf.
Aye,
and they'll be like, golf.
Me and Gary play golf already, so that's
like there'll be like a bulk of us will play golf, like, because that's just the transition. See, when you stop kicking a ball, you start hitting the balls like with the clubs,
and then once you stop hitting it,
and then
see the thing with golf, but like older boys do play golf, but because they're so used to the movement, and they find a way to do it, so golf does last until the actual canny walk anymore to
Is
the
it not
loser
been like
legs.
pure fucking strangled by middle class now, man? That's
Golf.
awful.
It's
Keep
so
telling me,
expensive,
man. It's
man.
like
It's
just
too
been
fucking-
absolutely fucking.
I think actually Annan Hill's decent.
Scotland's the best place for it though, because you're supposed to be able to play everywhere.
the home of golf.
Aye, and
You can only play for
It's
like
an
fucking
one-
2 or 3 minutes.
how many golf courses is there in like
Wow.
Kelly?
So there's-
like loads,
There's 18 that go up the coast.
18 that go up the coast.
Aye, like proper clubs.
Right, there you go.
like
Aye.
they have, I think Troon done a Masters this year. Was paid the PGA Tour this year.
Last year they held the Open.
One thing that's really cool about golf actually is like, so like our stepfather has a membership at Annan Hill, played golf all his days, that's his fucking thing, but he's also played on all the best courses, and he like in I'm sure he's played on all the fucking
he's
things,
played in them.
and he caddies for some of the tournaments, so like I'm sure he was caddying our stepdad for like Miles Teller when he came down, so he would get like a couple of £100 to fucking carry his clubs and talk to Miles Teller about like what shot to hit and what fucking club to use, which is just mental. Like when you're ingrained into that world, it's kind of different.
So maybe we could be the Bulls version of that.
Fuck
Remember
it,
that?
man.
When the
Looks like-
rock comes to throw balls, and we'll fucking tell him, you're right to edge it after the left back of curve on that. No bother,
maybe
big man.
that's
Slap
sort of
his
what-
bald head.
Maybe that's our way in. Maybe we end up writing a script or something, and then Graham's doing something with Miles telling me go here.
Actually, see, now that you've said that, I would love to make a documentary. Could
Bulls
you
are
be
so
with it?
underappreciated.
It's so underappreciated.
Aye, that would be cool.
That'd be
Aye, just get
incredible.
loads of shots of every smoking fags, man.
I know, but you could
Slow-mo,
you would
man.
be able to like probably go into any of the
Please,
bowling
man.
clubs, be like, I'll get you free exposure. It might only be a couple of hundred cunts, but like I'll get a couple of folk to see. Use all the interviews. We'll get stuff for the facility and get the balls.
The easiest way you could do it is just go in and go, right, if I can just spend one day with you, film these doing your thing and interview a couple of these after it, I'll put £100 behind the bar.
Aye, they would do it. Aye,
Easy.
Aye,
That's
they would
you.
do- aye.
But they probably wouldn't even ask for
Aye,
that.
I know, but that would
Aye,
be
but
your
that would
way.
be your in.
I'd do it away, yeah, but I'll
Aye.
give you $50.
Because I think that'd be so fucking cool.
That would be cool. Like, do you know what I mean? And talk, ask them
and
about
what
balls
you're
culture.
saying there about what you're saying there about old guys, like talking to old guys at functions, like what your joke was. That's you'd be able to get some stories.
Well, aye.
Because if you interviewed like 30 old cunts, at least 2 or 3 of them's going to be crazy.
See, because it's like a working class thing as well. Like, because golf is like middle class.
Well, my came it's awful funny. My papa used to do. There used to be a place in Christchurch you could go and do like a games night. Not even in the pub, actually doing in a building. It was like, and it would be like fucking cards, dominoes, all that stuff. And I'm like, what happened to that chat, man?
What's up, third places? Is that what they call that?
Aye,
Well, obviously, aye,
and
like
it's
a place you could go.
Because like I can sometimes football teams and all that will do like a games night with
Aye.
like dominoes and shit, man. But
Aye, but as a community
so
type
I'm
thing.
thinking is Bulls. What my thinking was behind that is Bulls going to fucking die?
That's why we need to get involved in this,
Aye,
man. We need
maybe
to
we
keep
need
the,
I
to
don't know, man,
keep
because
the fire burning.
I think some things just keep going, man. Like, and I think we've got this idea that the world's going to change in such a way. I don't know, man. I think stuff will still be quite similar in like 30 years' time. But that's just my thinking.
That's if it's not like a nuclear
Because
holocaust and shit.
how different
Naturally.
actually is like the 70s to now. Like other than technology, remove that. How different is the human race really? It's no. More like maybe equal or diversified, but other than that, humans are just kind of humans.
Aye.
I guess I'm just thinking it's one of those weird ones, but where there might not be a next generation to do it.
But maybe that's why they were wanting some young cunts, because it's like because I think what used to happen, at least if I remember, it would be like 20 years back now, but like even with that, like the family stuff, all the grandparents would get their wains to go and play balls, then their wains would go and play balls, and they would all spend the Sunday together, like 3 generations. But whether that still happens, because wains would maybe rather be at home on their iPads.
That's an air thing that's going to
go to the bowling green and listening to their dad at half cut talking shit. Which, I mean, fair enough, but maybe that'll be the death of age. You don't know how good you've got. I was doing the milk run at 5. Every bastard on day for 50 pence. You're like, man, fuck's sake, Gramps, man. Shut up.
And brush your teeth, I know.
Aye. Step that breath.
Yeah, here's a smint.
Anyway,
Kieran Lee had smints at that party.
actually, I had red smints not that long ago, man. So you just pop in the lid, man.
That's it. Was like, oh, you want a mint? And I was like, a mint? Like, is that in it? Like, are you talking about drugs or something? And he's like, no, a mint. Bang, and opened the fucking smint packet.
Keeps the breath nice, man. Real nice.
Fucking brilliant, man.
Keeps it sminted.
Me right up, man.
Sminty fresh.
Anyway, so what's
that was
happening?
that was chefs.
So
old guys, but also
old guys chatting shit.
Do you know that was the mace? So, like, for anybody watching, listening, that conversation that transpired there is exactly what our conversations are like. Off camera, off air. Like, it's like it starts with one thing, and then it's like we're talking about making a documentary about bulls. that's
what a guy was smoking a fag and he had long grey hair.
That's where like, the podcast stemmed for that kind of conversation. So I quite like that we documented that in that style.
And if you go off a record, then we're probably not making that documentary.
We'll
there's like a 1% chance that gets made.
Aye, the fact this podcast exists is wild in and of itself. So aye, but anyway,
shout out Paul, shout out George, shout out
shout out Balls.
Also, do you notice that your mum got called Joyce?
I think I missed it, but somebody did say that.
You went out when they were doing the cake. Somehow you fucking hanged. But
the fags, Jay. The fags will get you, man.
My wee sister went up to the DJ, right, let's get the cake ready. We're getting ready for the cake, can you just cut the music? So she went back and he was like, right, cool, let me know when you put the candles on. So she went and put the candles on, went back and told him. And he was like, right, cool. She went back and she was stoning at the door with the cake with the candles. Somehow my gran had dragged my ma to the air side of the hall, so like she was out the way, and the DJ didn't pause the music, so Shannon was just stoning there like that. Somebody went into the DJ, told the DJ, right, come on, like it's fucking cake time, she's waiting, candles fucking went out, so Shannon had to go back and put the candles on again, right, and then the DJ goes, right, can we get the birthday girl up here, Joyce? My mom's name is Julie, and he was like Joyce, and she was like, my mom was like, fuck it.
That was the that was
he
the
went
woman
back
last
to like
night.
5 minutes later. I was the last in Glasgow last night.
I was the one he done like the 50th he done last night in Jigo, and my mom was just
no sleep.
my mom was just standing there like staring like, what the fuck is going on? No got a clue. She eventually gets up and he's like, right, we're going to sing happy birthday in 5 seconds. You're like, so it didn't even happen organically. Like, he told us because he didn't want to cut the fucking music. He didn't play the playlist that was fucking made for him. It was mad, man. And then, I was sober, right? And like, this isn't out in anybody, right? But see, when I'm telling you, because you weren't there, right?
Aye.
But see when my mom went up, the DJ was like, oh, speech. So she went up and done a wee speech. Bradley is like, shouts, sing us a song, right?
No, it wasn't me that shouted
Was it not? Who shouted it? Who shouted it?
Scott, I think.
Alright, Scott shouted it.
Uncle Scott.
But then our folks started shouting.
But I did say, when Julie sings a song.
Aye, and then everybody started shouting, sing us a song, and folk were clapping and screaming for her to sing. in front of like 70 cunts, like to sing with footback music or anything, like just sing. And she sung ABBA. What did she sing? Dancing Queen. And she sung the first two verses.
Singing where?
Oh,
mate, it was like a film.
It was
But
mad.
Adam was sober, so he was probably.
I was
"This
sitting
is the
there, I
most
was
embarrassing thing in my
like,
life."
please stop shouting her to sing, man. This is terrible. And I was like pure cringing up. And everybody's like, son,
I thought it
go
was,
on, Julie.
I thought it was a beautiful moment, man. might have been the Jack
no,
Daniels
no,
and
no,
Coke,
it was
but-
nice.
In fact, fuck it, man. This conversation's just gone and gone. Ken, what I'm about to say the new, but Ken, I always get so fucking anxious about everything, right?
Oh, mate.
I get so fucking anxious about everything, and I always don't want to like act a certain way just in case what folk think. See what he was experiencing. That's like me with everything.
That's your mate. I couldn't handle
I
it.
get that feeling,
cringe.
but no,
I was
no all
actually
the time.
like that, like pure rigid.
But like, see, honestly, like, see, anytime I see somebody doing something that's in front of folk or anything, I think
that
if I
you
can,
wouldn't want to do. Aye.
Oh, it's
It
horrible,
was just
man.
because I was just feeling what I figured I would feel if I swapped positions in that moment as well. Because
Mate,
if I was steaming,
That is actual my
tap
life.
fear, man. Like, because like
see if somebody makes a mistake in my work, or I hear somebody like accidentally like they're stuttering or whatever, or they can't speak anywhere in life, it goes down to my soul, and I was like, I need to get out here and cleanse myself, man, because I'm fucked.
And that is why user beef introverts. User beef extroverted introverts, and I'm an introverted extrovert. It's the truth. Because see, in them moments, that's where I
But
own
no,
that
but I
shit,
think
man.
he can do it.
Aye.
He can walk down a supermarket aisle singing and all that. I can't
aye,
do that,
that's
man.
your levels are a bit.
But it's
ratcheted
because
up.
he's then in control.
Aye,
Do you know what I mean?
it's because it's no because somebody else is telling me or
Aye.
expecting it of me. I'm doing my thing. Whereas yours, like your anxiety is a bit stronger that way, and then.
Aye.
But see, when it comes to shit like that, but if I was steaming, I'd probably have like done the same.
You'd have probably went up and started singing.
I probably went up and all because I would have been like, he's that fucking Mike, Julie. Dancing Queen. Like, I would have been getting it, man. But it was cracked. I had to add that in because that was mental. Aye. Anyway.
It was wild.
Too funny, man.
It was so
What a
good,
night.
wasn't it? What a night.
What a night.
What a night.
Do we need to break this at some point to go into the next bit, or can we
Only
continue?
if we
Because
need to.
my joke of the week kind of goes with is almost like a palate cleanser to all this madness.
Must be some fucking spread, man, because that was quite a lot.
Aye, fuck, man.
Aye.
How long's he got to spit bars?
He's got
Just a
19 minutes.
Oh, 20 minutes.
Oh, aye,
Nineteen
it'll be a
minutes.
90 minutes. You'll probably get your joke into.
Aye.
Well, my joke of the week is
Last again.
It's nothing crazy. Oh, bro, do you want to go first?
No, when you go.
Right, okay. Yeah, to be fair.
You'd said that, Eddie. Sorry.
And to be fair, when we were speaking about colours, I did pass on to you first. I was hinking at you. I was hinking at you. I was.
See, if you didn't listen to last week, you'll know Ken. Because at this time I started and I just goes, right, I'll just pick.
Bradley just stole your march there a wee bit because I was.
Were you waiting?
No, honestly. I do not blame you. It's what happens. We'll get the justice for J banners up and we'll see what's going on.
In the comments, man. Hashtag justice for our J.
Aye, my joke of the week's today with this anyway, so continue. Continue.
My joke of the week's Bill, it's Fireball whiskey.
Jay's going last for Fireball
man.
whiskey.
Aye.
Jay will have to wait because Fireball whiskey, man.
Right, you
Right.
spit balls then.
Right. All I'm saying is, right, the reason that, I choke for Fireball whiskey anyway. If MD's no tried it, right, it tastes like the Fireball cinnamon sweeties, right, but like whiskey, right? That's what I've done.
Pot whiskey.
But basically, the reason that I choked for it is because I was at it wasn't a night out. One of my pals had passed away. I was at his funeral, and then we went out for a few drinks, me and a few folk for work, and I said, I noticed a bottle of Fireball behind the bar, and I was like, oh fuck, I remember Fireball. And they were all like, Fireball? What's that? And I was like, what's that? And these are like all like middle-aged women between the age of 40 and like 55, and they only tried Fireball whiskey. So I asked for some shots of Fireball whiskey, and I thought like some Fireball whiskey. I thought they'd bring in like some Fireball whiskey with some ice. But they didn't. They just gave us shots, and in shot form, it's not very good. But later on, I did get some Fireball whiskey with some ice, and I ended up getting my colleague Jane absolutely hooked on it. So every time I see her now, she says, "Getting the Fireball whiskies."
Hold on, I mean, are you drinking this shit?
Aye,
You're off your fucking head drinking Fireball whiskey.
aye.
That's wild, man.
Aye.
What Jenka just thought it looked good.
No, I thought you meant like shotting it.
I know.
No, we've been drinking out of glasses with ice.
That's
Aye,
crazy,
aye,
man.
right. This was what happened. So then it was my mom's actual birthday on Wednesday there, and all my family's there. They're all going, Brandon, you want a glass?
fruit bottle.
You want a glass of prosecco? You want a glass of prosecco? And I'm like, I want a glass of prosecco. It was a Wednesday, but it was after 5 days. So I'm like, well, I could go and get a bottle of Fireball whiskey. So I went. So I went and bought a bottle of Fireball whiskey because I get sent on the double prosecco run because my grand aunt about a full bottle of prosecco. She couldn't walk home. It was brilliant. Honestly, see if MD gets a drink with her family, it's the best, man. Honestly, I love them. They're all mental. But so I came back with a bottle of Fireball whiskey. I'm got to say, honestly, take a Fireball whiskey every time I say Fireball whiskey. Aaron was working till about 9 o'clock. Everybody was already basically wrecked. I drank about half it myself and gave tastes to everybody, and they're like, "Nah, no for me, no for me, no for me."
Fireball and ice, this was no
Aye,
shots.
Fireball with loads of ice, like wee bits of ice. And then I was like, Aaron, you want a Fireball whiskey? And he's like, you want the Alright, aye, I'll have one.
Aye, I had one.
And then we ended up tanning the boat wet here. And then we ended up tanning the rest of my actual whiskey. And then there was
Going
some
with ice. Aye.
with ice.
Buckfast.
Oh, and aye, there was some Buckfast, but I ended up like falling asleep. Ken that way when you're that drunk, or like that drunk way that you don't mean to be when you fall asleep standing up, you're like sitting up. So I woke up at like, I don't know, like 4:30 in the morning or something. My light was still on, and I was like, what? I was on having a few Fireball whiskies. I was playing FIFA with Aaron. I was playing. What the fuck happened?
Do you know what that is?
I've got an empty Shaz Donna fucking Pecora hoagie box on the flare, and I'm going, oh my god, I feel like fucking shite, man. Oh my god, this is the worst. This is the worst. Actual acid reflux. Man, honestly, man. With my light still on, I'm like, oh.
Do you know what
What a
that is?
sobering moment, man.
That is. You're definitely no meant to consume that much. I've never. You're the first person I've ever met that has drank Fireball whiskey for a glass like a whiskey.
It's so good.
Mate, it tastes like my taste buds haven't hit that level yet,
Please to all viewers, please
Mate, that
try
tastes-
it.
It was
Mate,
good,
try
man.
it. With ice, it's got to see itself thinking,
ice,
but
it's
with
good.
ice, it's
Mate,
good.
that tastes like that actually tastes like the origin story of Curiously Cinnamon. Like what the fuck?
It's so it's the Fireball
mate,
sweets.
see if you were to fucking go down to the granules, like get Curiously Cinnamon, and enlarge them to the size of an ostrich. That's what Fireball whiskey's like, man. And with a bit of sand in there.
It's clean cracked, man. It was good, but
It's actually, it does have that like spiciness to it. It's-
I have fun the hard way, but obviously falling asleep with fucking light still on.
you're
You're not meant to tan a full bottle. What I was doing when I was drinking it was I was drinking Jack Daniels and Cokes, and it was like a kind of side, like a chaser type thing, or the whatever the opposite of chaser would be.
I mean,
Like an appetizer. Do you know what I mean? Like you have your actual drink, but then you've got like your side, your side, and then it, like kind of because it's no as bad as the actual whiskey or whatever, but I just drinking it itself and then going on to whiskey, taking a Shaz like that Donna meat, man, and like I cannot remember. I cannot remember moments like
It's
that.
funny, your head must have been pounding when you woke
mate,
up with
I
that
woke
light
up-
on, man.
I was describe it as like somebody's doing very sharp elbows to the back of
Aye.
your, to the inside of your cranium, to the inside of your skull.
No ones, man. When you wake up, your
See,
light still on, your
wine-
head is actual kicked. Fuck it, man.
See, if you drink wine, man, wine could actually.
Aye,
It
wine
feels like
gets
somebody's
you.
got an actual mallet and it's inside of your dome, just going boof, boof. Try to get out between your eyebrows, man.
It's like sometimes when I say, "Oh, I woke up upside down," I think of like the next morning, but it's late in the day. But also see sometimes when the light's still on and you wake up, and you kind of one eye open, you're like, "Where the fuck?"
Your eyelids are stuck shut.
Because I just remember playing FIFA with Aaron and my camping chair that I sat on to play the game, and I woke up in my bed, man. I'm like, how the fuck did I end up my back against my wall? Like, what the fuck? But see the fireballs. Wow, they will get you, man. Anyway. Jay,
Aye.
I'm sorry that you're last again in the
No,
chokes.
man, that's
Best of last.
I would never choke you last.
Who would you choke for?
Can I say that was grey earlier and that's like silver, so I might be
Is that a
second. So I said I'm silver, so that's like a second thing. Maybe I'm bronze.
Is the one below bronze?
Oh shit!
No, I've just said
The shit on our shoe.
participation medal.
DNP did not place.
I did not place.
DNC did not choke.
Did not choke. Justice for Jay, man. I'm telling
Hashtag
you.
justice for Jay in the comments. Fuck's sake.
Right. Joke of the week. I've not got one. let's do being emotionally intelligent, which I'm no. I don't. Could any of you say either? I'll say I'm no. Well, I'm a bit, but
I
I'm no.
think I'm doing better.
I think
I'm doing better than I used
Aye,
to.
I'm doing a little better.
I think
You?
I'm alright.
You ever
I'm
heard
alright.
of the
I
chimp
think-
paradox? Where you're trying to like entertain the chimp inside you.
There's a book about that. I've not
Aye.
read it, but a person from my work told me
It's
it's meant to be quite good.
Steve Peters or something like that. Professor Steve Peters.
Aye.
What's Jay got to say on the topic?
Sorry, it's not my joke of the week. I didn't sit silent while everybody else was for their joke of the week. No, couldn't have been me. Couldn't have been me. Couldn't have been me.
Right, aye.
Controlling emotions. Right. I'm the worst.
Do you mean emotional intelligence or controlling emotions?
That's what emotional intelligence is.
No, emotional intelligence is an awareness of your own emotions and other folks' emotions.
Aye, and being able to control them.
I think the control was part of that.
Aye,
As well.
but aye, probably
Aye.
would be, aye. But, like, are you talking about just controlling your emotions or, like,
No,
your
maybe
intelligence?
go for emotional intelligence because that's more interesting and
Aye.
spans across more things.
Did you have anything prepped?
No, I didn't have any.
Right.
Because basically earlier on I was just thinking about controlling emotions
Right,
and how like for the past couple of weeks I've just been like, man, I could just burn that all.
aye.
But then it's like, but then you kind of click to yourself and just go, well, what's the point? Like,
I would class emotional intelligence as being aware that you feel that way and then
Aye.
thinking about it. That's
Aye.
the intelligence bit of it. And then obviously it also spans to like air cunts being able to understand why somebody feels the way they do.
that's the one I struggle with.
Aye, because I like like I don't know if I'm fucking autistic. I think I might be a wee bit. Sometimes I can struggle to read a cunt, defo,
Aye.
but I do put a lot of stock and effort into trying to understand. Like sometimes Bradley will kick about here and like I just ken something's wrong, like but he'll never say what's wrong,
Aye.
but you know it because like there's all these subtle changes in behaviour and mood. Or like behaviour and like the way you carry yourself and how your face looks and all that, and that's all like
Aye,
stuff
see,
that you
in
hang
fact, maybe I do take stock into that because one thing, whenever I meet, like, there's a lot of folk I ken that probably wouldn't actually tell me how they feel, and I was like, no,
Aye.
just tell a guy, but
Aye.
I'm telling you, but sad, happy, angry, all the emotions, man, they want to burst for the seams with me,
Aye.
and see, try to like fight it down. Wow.
The fact that like, see, I think a big huge part is there's actual cunts out there that do not recognise when they feel a certain way. They just go
Aye.
through, like they literally just exist in whatever emotional state they are. There's no taking themselves out and going, why do I feel the way I do? They're just like a bill in a china shop. They lack emotional intelligence. Or see if somebody says like, like, oh fuck, my gran just fucking passed and whatever, and like then a cunt goes like, oh class, I'm just got to get a boneless banquet for KFC. Like that's a lack of emotional intelligence because in that whether you're comfortable saying like, "Oh, sorry to hear that," but you would know that it would be wrong to say you're just going to KFC.
Okay, maybe I do like a wee bit of emotional intelligence now that I think about it. But we'll say controlling the emotions, but is definitely but then is controlling your emotions. What's that to do with crying then?
I think sometimes that can be a way to control it. Aye, like it.
So that's like just a well, not a coping mechanism, but like a way to like.
I think it's like a lot of folk, me included. Sometimes I'll know that like I've had a build up of emotion. I need to watch something sad to make myself great. To like listen to a tune, even if I don't necessarily greet, but it will help me like regulate, feel stuff like that kind of stuff. That again ties in because again there is folk. You are more emotionally intelligent than a lot of air cunts. You can talk to me. I can tell you about like the weird shit I'm thinking about, or if I'm depressed or whatever. You can have a conversation about that because you recognise some of the feelings within yourself, which is like an intelligence.
Can cereal be the same as crying?
Cereal eating, I think that's mere coping.
Because that probably is mere coping.
Was that gluttony?
Aye, that's true actually. Because see there, night there, this isn't even a choke of the week. This is just done.
Sorry.
I was lying in my bed and I had the worst. I don't know if I couldn't think about death or not, right? But I think we spoke about that.
Have moments, aye.
Fuck, we in that one bar of battery.
One bar.
Aye, right.
Great.
That's fine.
Anyway, I fucked myself there night there thinking about death. One of the worst I've ever thought about it. Like
it's so terrible.
Like, I only thought about it for like 10 seconds and it was one of the most intense ones I've ever had. And I was like, what the actual fuck?
I gave myself the fear sometimes, man.
Anyway, since I need to wrap up and that was a kind of shit one, I'll do my air joke of the week and it's you need to listen to I don't know if it's Decode or Decoded, the Paramore song for Twilight.
Aye.
It's so fucking good.
I'll
leave you with that.
Yeah.
I don't know
Anyway,
if I know it, but
That full soundtrack's phenomenal, man.
alright.
So good.
Anyway, this has been fucking wild, whatever this has been. This has been episode 6 of Disco Saloon. And if you've made it this far, congratulations, you've played yourself, because that's fucked.
This is one of the saw traps, I think. Somebody goes, listen to all this episode and you'll live.
Anyway, episode 6.
aye, it's been
we're
fucking,
back.
it's been real,
It's been
messy.
really real.
Man.
Aye,
This
fucking
episode
right.
and last episode have been fucked up, man.
Chaos on legs.
I'm liking this mid
It's good,
season
but
2
there's some
level,
folk,
man.
there's some folk that suffer for it, and I think it might be
You,
me.
you could cause the chaos spider, man. Straight chaos, 8 legs. Honestly.
Cardle's got a new single coming out called Chaos Theory coming out soon. So
Plug
chaos.
Hey.
Plug it.
We'll let you know.
Fucking straight the
And
free.
the tune that you can hear playing, I think that's going to be on the EP as well. So we'll be there.
It's a joke, man.
There you go. Fucking scream.
Using my joke time to plug, man. It's going on in the world, man. Right, anyway, episode 6 has been real.
Aye, it has
I've
been.
made it this far joke.
Aye, fucking
You're the joke of the
kudos
week.
to you.
Consider
Thank you.
joining your local bowling club as well.
Oh,
Aye.
yes. Buy the cheap pints.
And always remember, if an old guy offers you a second fag, always say yes.
Always say yes.
And listen to whatever he has to say, because you'll probably learn something.
Or you might know, but I mean,
Or you might know.
either
Or
way.
you enjoy
you
a
can,
free
you can
cigarette.
judge about how steaming this guy is. How many, if he smells like piss as well. Maybe
You can be
don't-
emotionally intelligent and give him the time of the day because maybe he actually doesn't have anything else to talk
That's
Because
it.
eventually he's going to
true.
end up like a passenger pigeon. So,
to.
right, see you later.
Bye bye. Bye bye.